Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Laura Tyler, the new CEO at Adriatic Metals. Laura, good to meet you and congratulations on your appointment. Could you start by telling us a little bit about your background, including your experience at BHP and at underground polymetallic operations?
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for the congratulations. It's a great honor to take on this role. Yes, who am I, basically? Yes, Laura Tyler. I've been in the industry for a number of years, worked for predominantly mid-cap and large-cap operations in a range of different roles. But as you noted, a lot of them have been polymetallic base metal operations. So whether it be from Cannington, which is a great example of a silver, lead, zinc operation that I ran for BHP, through to a whole range, whether it be Mount Isa, copper and silver, lead, zinc there, through to Olympic Dam and the polymetallics there. So mostly underground, a lot of differential float experience and a lot of leadership of different sizes of organisation. So this is a really exciting opportunity to lead Adriatic Metals as we ramp up and move from a developer to a producer. It's exciting times.
Laura, your take on the Vareš operation, having worked on it for a few months now.
Yeah, the Silver Vareš project, has been developed over the last 7 years, and coming in, over the time that I was running as interim, has given me a great opportunity to spend time kind of working my way through the value chain from the mine through to the plant and out to consider the port and onto to our markets. When I look at what's been developed, where we are, some really good quality pieces of kit. The mine is ramping up really well. They've got all the key infrastructure in place in order to make this a success. And it's really now around how do we kind of bring all these different elements together through this next kind of like Q3 to Q4 to be able to get to that commercial production in December. So I'm pretty excited by what I see and the opportunities that we have here, including a really kind of motivated workforce and a leadership team that really want to make a difference and deliver this project into operation.
Can you take us through the progress you're making as you ramp up to commercial production at the end of the fourth quarter?
Yeah, so the mine did have a few issues early on in the half year, all of which have been overcome. From a development perspective, ground conditions have been understood and kind of mastered, so to speak, and to make sure that we're putting in the right support. And then so that has allowed us to then bring on the first stope blast in August. Second stope this month, that started in September, will be mined out in October, and we'll be up to 2 stopes in December, which is on schedule for us to be able to deliver the full production rate that we need through to the mill. Mill is going good. It's going through its commissioning phase at the moment with decent loads of ore, and that's going really well. We have had a little bit of a setback. We had the heavy rains here in Bosnia-Herzegovina, which has caused some issues with our rail. But as we have done previously, we've trucked product to market before to the port, and we've got that in place, and will do for the next few months until the rail is re-established. So going really well. It's really nice to see all those containers heading down to the port filled with concentrate for our customers, and yeah, it's a really great place to be, and we're kind of working our way through those issues and ramping up on schedule.
Laura, what's your future vision for Adriatic as a mining company in Europe?
Look, I think there's a lot of opportunities. The first, obviously the first priority is to make sure that we safely ramp up and we get up to commercial production, and we kind of work on 2 things, considering paying down our debt, but also making sure we start to provide those returns to the very patient shareholders that we've had out there for a number of years. And then the second piece is to really look at, how do we think about incremental growth, continuing to increase that enterprise value of the business, and what are the different options we have to do that. So some are our own, as I said, incremental growth, what do we do with our plant? Some is what do we think about from our exploration projects that we have out there at the moment, some really nice looking options. And then how do we think about, potential kind of regional M&A or the normal kind of pieces. We don't want to be rushing around spending all of our shareholders' hard-earned money. too quickly, but there's some great options out there, and I think there's some really supportive governments both here in Bosnia and also across Europe that are supporting European mining. So a great opportunity to fulfill that vision that the former CEO had and that I share to build a mid-size European mining company supplying to the critical minerals and battery metals markets.
Laura, I hope you'll keep us updated on any progress you make. Congratulations again. Very good speaking with you today.
Thank you for your time, Stephen.
That's Laura Tyler, the CEO of Adriatic Metals.